Mudcrab Merchant Island. Low-level combat in Morrowind is not great. It's mostly swinging and missing at crabs. Especially when you're like me and have a long blade skill of 7. But I don't want to waste my magicka on these guys. They're so worthless. They're not worth my magicka. They're unworthy of my attention. Because they aren't merchants, unlike the mudcrab I am looking for. Looks like I am where I want to be. This is good. So I need to head due south from here to reach Mudcrab Merchant Island. Let's take a sort of shortcut. I hope you guys like these magic noises, because they're gonna keep going. Can't decide whether I like this weird little cat noise for an enchanted item being out of charge, or the original that the game makes without mods. The sound and graphics overhaul changes all the magic sound effects, but I'm not sure it makes them better. You know what I mean? They're certainly higher quality, but I don't know if they're better, because they are different noises from before, not just higher quality versions of the same ones. That worm must die. Don't you make kung fu noises at me, worm. I would be making the kung fu noises around here. Do I have anything for restoring fatigue? I have plenty of drain fatigue. There we go. I'm going to slow to a walk so I can restore stamina better. Because it's bad enough having a low long blade skill. If your stamina is low, then you really can't hit anything. I think these worms' agility, dexterity scores are pretty decent too. Agility. 20? Okay, never mind, they're not. I just suck. Good to know. Watch out! I feel so unthreatened by that thing. I am adjusting my headphones mid-combat. There we go. Now, is this the island I'm looking for? Is it a... Oh, I think this is too big to be the island I'm looking for. I think that's it. Let's check that one out. I've never actually found the Mudcrab Merchant before. There's hardly ever any reason to come out to this area. Except, of course, for precious crush fiber. Which is an important part of a balanced breakfast. Oh no, that music means that there's slaughterfish in the water. Let's get out of there. My character has such delicate hands. I guess that comes with being an elf. That is a tomb. Ah! Oh, there we go. Melchior also made the Mudcrab Merchant easier to find by no! I don't want to fight you, fish. I don't want to fight you, fish. Ugh, made the Mudcrab Merchant easier to find. But, oh, come on. by adding some like architecture to his island. Whereas before, it was just a featureless island with a featureless island with a crab on it. And I'm in the water. Okay, water walking time. 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 Water walking time? Okay. And there's a train. I live next to a railroad. Here we go. In the base game, he doesn't even look different from a normal mud crab, but here he is green, and he's enjoying the finer things in life. The finer things. In a weird way, he kind of feels more like a natural part of the world. Like not just an Easter egg, but like a character inhabiting Morrowind, a weird mystic sage who happens to be a crab on an island in the wilderness. Hello. How dry I am. How dry I am. Nobody knows how dry I am. Sure, hi there. Let's make a deal. I got stuff. Lots. Here, see? What? What do you think? Shish, I'm a mud crab. Sure. A mud crab, that's me. Pretty sure. I look like a mud crab, right? Must be. This is me talking, right? So I must be a talking mud crab. And I sell stuff, right? So I must be a talking mud crab merchant. Stands to reason, don't it? A talking mud crab merchant. Sure, that's what I said. Did I stutter or something? Talking mud crab merchant. Read my lips. Mouth parts. Read my mouth parts? Something ain't right. But never mind. Just one of life's little mysteries. So you can't buy something or sit there jawing all day. I don't really have much to sell him, except these drain fatigue potions, but I just wanted to come out and see him, because, come on. Mud crab. Talking mud crab merchant. Interesting thing about the mud crab merchant, since monsters don't have disposition towards you, which is a modifier for how much a merchant will buy and sell things for you, they will always buy and sell things at exactly the listed price. That Journeyman's Retort will always be 80 gold. That Grief will always be 30 gold. Which means, actually, I should go ahead and buy some of this stuff here, because it's the best price I'll ever get. Let's see. Yeah. I'll take these. Oh, maybe not that many of them. Alright. Can't really haggle with him either. It won't work. It was a pleasure talking to you, Mr. Mudcrab. That's incredibly cute. I like that. I like this mod. As we'll take all the alchemy ingredients lying around the island while I'm here. They could be useful later. One of the features of the sound and graphics overhaul is that alchemy items just disappear when you click on them, as opposed to being containers you have to open up. Which is such a great little quality of life thing. It really is. Well, I still have that mission from Ajira to collect mushrooms, so I guess I'll get back to that. Let's see, fastest way, I suppose, would be CV or Divine Intervention. I think Divine Intervention will take me to Ebonheart from here, which is close to my destination. I think. Let's try that. might take me to Fort Hawkmoth, though. Nope, Ebonheart. Fort Hawkmoth would be fine too, because I can just teleport to, because that has a Mage's Guild in it, I can just teleport from one Mage's Guild to another. That's a feature of the Mage's Guild. Get out of my way. Hello there, Mr. Maximus. I just feel like that guy should be important, but as far as I know, he's not involved in any quests. He's very important looking. I could just buy mushrooms from an alchemy store, but why when I can go pick them for free in the woods? In the swamp. Got to go to the swamp for swampage. Hi, Logan. I am on a fantastic adventure. Actually, you know what? I shouldn't be going to here. I should just go straight to the swamp. Because, I mean, I was going to go back to Balmora and then walk from Balmora to the swamp. Why would I not just take a boat to the swamp? I'm being ridiculous. I can see some mushrooms from here. How you doing, Logan? I'm on a quest for mushrooms. And yourself? And yourself? And yourself? Fine, you don't have to talk to me, Logan. I don't care. I don't care about you. I don't care about anything. I don't need you. I can just play video games alone. For all I care. You're just a guy. You're just oh no, he won't talk to me. Logan, help, I'm being killed by a crab. Never mind, I got it. Oh, I found the mushrooms I needed. Unfortunately, I am now over-encumbered. Let's try making some new crappy potions to lighten the load. Oh, but not out of the mushrooms I need. There we go. Restore luck. That's worth having, maybe. Probably not. There's not a lot that reduces your luck in this game. Now I need only return to Balmora. And bring these mushrooms to Ajira. I do have everything I need, right? Yeah, I do. All 4 varieties of bitter coast mushroom. This game's got a great ambience going on. I don't think I need my torch in here. I should also be actually wearing Mentor's ring. I am, okay. Alright. Ajira, I completed your silly quest. What's up? Has Ambrikina found the mushrooms that Ajira needs? Do you have samples of all the mushrooms? Yes, here they are. Yes, these are all good samples. Now Ajira can write the report and be a journeyman of the Mages Guild. Ajira has made potions for you to take in return. Ajira is no great alchemist yet, but Ajira thinks you can use these. Stored health is good at this stage in the game. Let's get another quest. Yes, Ajira has more duties for Ambrogina. Ajira made a bet with Galbadir. Ajira made a bet with Galbadir that Ajira would be a journeyman before Galbadir. Ajira must study these mushrooms and write the report. Ajira wants you to give Galbadir a fake soul gem. Ajira has made a fake soul gem. Take it and put it in Galbadir's desk upstairs. Galbadir should be going downstairs to talk with Moraine Dren, so no one will see you do this thing. Oh boy. One of the rare... Oh, dang it. The fake soul gem is too heavy. I can't move. Help somebody. Let's try random potions again. There we go. I will make the incredibly useful potion of paralysis. Or not. Oh well, that should reduce me to nope, I'm still over encumbered. Oh, okay, I got some effects here. Where's the drain strength come from? Apparently not from that. Shit, what'd I just remove? Ah, that's actually a potion that would do something useful. And I actually successfully made it. Good job, me. It's practice for my alchemy skill, and it's getting crap out of my inventory, so alright. A net good, I say. Oh, well this will reduce my encumbrance by quite a bit, especially if I drink it and die. I'm not going to do that. I am going to make some more room in my inventory. I guess that's all I can do, but I can definitely move now. And I have useless potions to sell. Drain fatigue I don't need, because poisons don't work in this game. Some of these are worth quite a bit of money, though, because they're stacking multiple effects, and the game doesn't care whether they're useful effects or not. No. Okay. Now, one of the few times ever in this game that a character walks from one place to another. Except I interrupted her. Whatever. She's still out of my way. Excuse me. Yeah, you go on and talk to your friend. I'm going to not mess with your desk. Swap out the real soul gem with a fake soul gem. Also, holy crap, this stuff was worth a lot of money. Let's just steal it while we're here. I never claimed to be a good elf. I never did. You guys having a good conversation? Good. You put the gem in the desk as Ajira asked. Ajira thanks you. Now Ajira will win the bet with Galbadir. Any more quests? Adira must now study local flowers. Yes, Adira must study flowers now. Adira needs samples of gold canet, stoneflower petals, willow anther, and heather. These can all be found on the shores of Lake Amaya. Gold canet grows near rocks. It has yellow flowers and broad, dark green leaves. The leaves are spiny, so Adira warns you not to touch the leaves. Stoneflowers are dark blue and their stems bend toward the ground when they are in bloom. The leaves look like they are folded along the stems. Willow flowers are reddish and tall, but they do not bend to the ground like stoneflowers. The leaves are long and thin. Heather has needles like the trees in Skyrim and High Rock, but it grows near the ground and has pink flowers. Alright, I'll go looking for flowers. Let's see. Adira thanks you again. Well, before I go off, let's get some training, since I have the extra money for that. My character does conjuration, right? It's been a couple weeks since I played. Yeah, let's get some training in conjuration and start leveling up. But not by much.
Welcome, friend.
We're going on an adventure to go pick flowers.
What is this about?
The most exciting thing you could do in a fantasy adventure land. First, I'm gonna go to the pawnbroker and sell the stuff I sold. I sell the stuff I stole from someone in my guild. Yeah, woo. Break it down. It's very exciting. I can't help but break out into song. I just click on books reflexively, hoping that they'll be skill books. Even if I have no intention of buying them. I mean, reading them. Oop, too much. I'll save that for a merchant with more money. Now let's head out to Lake Amaya, which is this lake right here. She doesn't actually give you directions to Lake Amaya, which is surprising. But if you actually bought the game, as would have been assumed back in the day, it comes with a paper map where Lake Amaya is clearly labeled. So, still fair. And even if you can't find Lake Amaya, the flowers in question are really easy to find. In fact, I probably already have some. I have none. I did. I ground them up into useless potions and sold them. Because I'm a good planner that way. My torch went out right as the sun started coming up. That's convenient timing. Loving the animal noises. Get myself some reagents while we're out here. Going looking for flowers is a pretty appropriate thing to do on Beltane, which is a term you can Google if you feel like it. But it's today, and it involves picking flowers, so... This game relaxes me. It's so chill. Very mellow. Most of the time. Most of the time. Until you go to like Red Mountain or the Ashlands, and then things get freaky fast. But for now, music is chill. Environment is chill. There's no enemies here. If there were, they'd just be like rats or something. It's like ambient sound effects, which... Oh no! The game minimized itself. What's happening? Can I get it back? No! This is not chill! Oh. Oh, my chill was almost harshed. And that would be unacceptable. Vardenfell is a volcanic island, so this is a place where lava has flowed down to the ocean recently. You will later learn from another character that the natives refer to these formations as Foyata, which means fire river. There's a Nick sound over there, but he's not bothering anybody. We'll just leave him alone. This is coming dangerously close to being an ASMR video. There's something to kill, so we can stave that off for now. I'm also speaking quietly because Kayla's asleep. Ah. Ah. Do I have a jump feeder scroll? Nope. Otherwise I could soul trap this guy while we're fighting him. At least get something out of this random encounter. Yep, that's what you do at level 2, is you fight worms. Ah, what a lovely day. We're getting close to Lake Amaya now. Cork Bowl Brute is useful. If I'm not mistaken, it can be used for restore health potions. I might be misremembering that. And look, flowers. Now, which ones do we need again? Gold Canet, Stoneflower Petals, Willow Anther, and Heather. I think I might be able to get all those right here. Gold Canet, Heather. Those blue ones are Stoneflower Petals, I know that. So we just need to find Willow Anther, which I think is that purple one over there, if I recall correctly. Yep. Also, it grows next to something called Black Anther, and it's just called a Willow Flower, so apparently I am. Well, no, this calls it Willow Anther too. I think an anther is a body part of a flower. Can't think of what it actually means though. All right, we've got everything we need. Let's go back to town. It's kind of a waste of an CV intervention scroll, but we'll soon be approaching the point in this game where money is no object. The scrolls are expensive, but advancing in the Mages Guild is worth it. Very, very much worth it. My character has kind of a popped collar thing going on here, which I only just noticed. It's a little weird. That guy will go crazy later. Spoilers. But we've got nothing to say to him right now. He's got nothing to say to me. Ajira, I'm home. Always got to check in the Mage's Guild supply chest, because I don't really know when it will reset. But eventually I'll be able to get new stuff from it. And it's not that hard to just click on it as you walk by, is it? I don't think so. Are any of these books skill books? I'll check after this.
Welcome, friend.
I'm not here to talk to you. Here to talk to her. Does Ambrogina have flowers for Ajira? Do you have the flowers that Ajira wants? Yes, here they are. Yes, these are the flowers that Ajira needs. Ajira has made more potions for you. Ajira hopes that you will use them well. Anything else for me to do? Ajira is very sorry. Ajira has much to do with these reports, so Ajira can win her bet with Galbadir. Maybe you'll fetch a new ceramic bowl for Ajira? Yes. Take these tindericks and go find Ajira a plain ceramic bowl. Ajira thinks Ravir the Trader in Dalmor has some. I will do that.
I see you.
I will do that so hard. Yeah. Gonna get that bowl. Adventure!
What is this about?
Goodbye, Logan. Let's see. Ceramic bowl. It'll be under miscellaneous and it'll start with a C. There we go. Ah, and I'm making a profit on this venture. Well, that was pretty much the easiest quest ever. I'm glad the Guildmaster listens.
Hello, Outlander. I can ask you a question. What is it, friend?
Ajira must find her stolen reports. Ajira needs your help very badly. Galbadir stole Ajira's reports on the properties of local mushrooms and flowers. Ajira knows Galbadir did not have the mage skill, so the reports must be in that way. I'll look for them, but first, I have your ceramic bowl. Yes, good. This is a very good bowl. But now Ajira must find her stolen reports. Well, I guess I'm looking for that. Let's read about the House of Troubles. Oh, you can kind of read it there. That's nice detail. Among the ancient ancestral spirits who accompanied Saint Veloth and the Chimer into the promised land of Morrowind, the four Daedra Lords, Malakath, Medrunes Dagon, Molak Bal, and Siogorath, are known as the Four Corners of the House of Troubles. These Daedra Lords rebelled against the council and admonition of the tribunal, causing great kinstrife and confusion among the clans and great houses. Malakath, Medrunes Dagon, Molag Bal, and Siogorath are holy in that they serve the role of obstacles during the testing. Through time, they have sometimes become associated with local enemies like the Nords, Akaviri, or mountain orcs. Malakath is the reanimated dung that was Trinimac. Malakath is a weak but vengeful god. The Dark Elves say he is Malak, the god king of the orcs. He tests the Dunmer for physical weakness. Molag Bal is, in Morrowind, the king of rape. He tries to upset the bloodlines of houses and otherwise ruin the Dunmer gene pool. A race of monsters, said to live in Molag Amur, are the result of his seduction of Vivek during the previous era. Siogorath is the king of madness. He always tests the Dunmer for mental weaknesses. In many legends, he is called upon by one Dunmer faction against another. In half these stories, he does not betray those who called him, further confusing the issue of his place in the scheme of things. Can he help us? Is he not an obstacle? He is often associated with the fear the other races have of the Dunmer, especially those who, like the Empire, might prove useful allies. Medrunes Dagon is the god of destruction. He is associated with the natural dangers like fire, earthquakes, and floods. To some, he represents the inhospitable land of Morrowind. He tests the Dunmer will to survive and persevere. The worship of these four malevolent spirits is against the law and practice of the temple. However, the four corners seldom fail to discover those greedy, reckless, and mad enough to serve them. By ancient temple law and custom, and also by imperial law, the lives of witches and warlocks are forfeit, and the imperial garrisons join ordinators and buoyant armatures of the temple in tracking down and destroying these foul covens in the wilderness, in the wilderness refuges and ancient ruins where they conceal their profane worships. So there's some ideas for dungeons later that will come up. Ooh, notebook covers. Corax, Cyrodiil, Elder Council. No one understands what happened when the Selective danced on that tower. It would be easy to dismiss the whole matter as nonsense were it not for the Amulet of Kings. Even the Elder Scrolls do not mention it. Let me correct myself. The Elder Scrolls cannot mention it. When the Moth Priests attuned the scrolls to the timeless time, their glyphs always disappear. The Amulet of Kings, however, with its oversoul of emperors, can speak of it at length. According to Hestra, Cyrodiil became an empire across the stars. According to Shor-El, Cyrodiil became an egg. Most say something in a language they can only speak sideways. The council has collected texts and accounts from all of its provinces, and they only offer stories that never coincide, save on one point. All the folk of Tamriel during the Middle Dawn, in whatever wind they were caught in, tracked the fall of the 8 stars, and that is how they counted their days. Mehra Nipisi, Dunmer, Triune Mistress of the New Temple. Accounts of the Middle Dawn are the province of the Empire of Men and proof of the deceit that call themselves the Aedra. 8 stars fell in Tamriel, one for each iniquity that Lorcan made clear to the world. Veloth read these signs, and he told Boethia, who confirmed them, and he told Nephala, who made wards against them, and he told Azura, who sent Almsivi to steer the true folk clear of harm. Even the 4 corners of the House of Troubles rose to protect the periphery of your madness. We watched our borders and saw them shift like snakes, and saw you run around in it like spirits of old, devoid of math, without your ifs-thens, succumbing to the ever-now like slaves of the slim folly, stasis. Do not ask us where we were when the dragon broke, for all the world, only we truly know, and we might just show you how to break it again. Relate Har, Khajiit tendereth the mane. Do you mean, where were the Khajiit when the dragon broke? Relate tells you where. Recording it. 1,008 years, you've heard it. You think the Syro-Nordics came up with that all on their own. You humans are better thieves than even Rajin. While you were fighting wars with the phantoms and giving birth to your own fathers, it was the Main that watched the Ja Cathay, because the moons were the only constant, and you didn't have the sugar to see it. We'll give you credit. You broke Alkosh something fierce, and that's not easy. Just don't think you solved what you accomplished by it, or can ever solve it. You did it again with Big Walker, not once but twice. Once at Rimmen, which we'll never learn to live with. The second time it was in Daggerfall. Or was it Sentinel? Or was it Wayrest? Or was it in all 3 places at once? Get me, Cyrodiil. When will you wake up and realize what really happened to the dwarves? Menamarco, God of Worms, the Necromancers. The 3 thieves of Morrowind could tell you where they were. So could the High King of Valinor, who was the one who broke it in the first place. There are others in this earth that could too. Ysmir, Plelinel, Arnon the Fox, or should I say Arctus. The last dwarf would talk if they would let him. As for myself, I was here and there and here again, like the rest of the mortals during the Dragon Break. How do you think I learned my mystery? Marukati Selectives showed us all the glories of the dawn so that we might learn simply. As above, so below. That sounds like a quest book, but it's not. On Artaeum by Tors Il Anselma. The Isle of Artaeum is the 3rd largest island in the Somerset archipelago, located south of Moridanon village of Potenza and west of the mainland village of Runcebe. It is best known for being home to the Sigic Order, perhaps the oldest monastic group in Tamriel. The earliest written record of the Sigics is from the 20th year of the First Era and tells the tale of the renowned Breton sage and author Vornet traveling to the Isle of Artaeum to meet with Iachesis, the Right Master of the Sigics. Even then, the Sigics were the counselors of kings and proponents of the Elder Way, taught to them by the original race that inhabited Tamriel. The Elder Way is a philosophy of meditation and study set to bind the forces of nature to the individual will. It differs from Magicka in origin, but the effects are much the same. That said, it is perhaps more than coincidence that the Isle of Artaeum literally vanished from the shores of Somerset at the beginning of the Second Era, at about the time of the founding of the Mages Guild in Tamriel. Various historians and scholars have published theories about this, but perhaps none but Iachesis and his own could shed light on the matter. 500 years passed and Artaeum returned. The Sigics on the isle consisted of persons, mostly elves, who had disappeared and were presumed dead in the Second Era. They could not, or would not, offer any explanation for Artaeum's whereabouts during that time, or the fate of Iachesis in the original Council of Artaeum. Currently, the Sigics are led by Lore Master Solaris, who has presided over the Council of Artaeum for the last 250 years. The Council's influence in Tamrielan politics is tidal. The kings of Somerset, particularly those of Muradinon, have often sought the Sigics' opinion. Emperor Uriel V was much influenced by the Council in the early, most glorious parts of his reign, before the disastrous attack on Akafir. It has even been suggested that the fleet of King Orgum of Pyodonia was destroyed by a joint effort of the Emperor Antiochus and the Sigic Order. The last four emperors, Uriel VI, Morahatha, Pelagius IV, and Uriel VII, have been suspicious of the Sigics enough to refuse ambassadors to the Isle of Artaeum within the imperial city. The Isle of Artaeum is difficult to chart geographically. It is said that it shifts continuously, either at random or by decree of the council. Visitors to the island are so rare as to be almost unheard of. Anyone desirous of a meeting with a Sigic may find contacts in Potenza and Runcibe, as well as many of the kingdoms of Somerset. Were it more accessible, Artaeum would be a favored destination for travelers. I have been to the isle once and still dream of its idyllic orchards and cleared pastures, its still and silent lagoons, its misty woodlands, and the unique Sigic architecture that seems to be as natural as its surroundings, as well as wondrous in its own right. The Sephira Tower in particular I would study, for it is a relic from a civilization that predates the High Elves by several hundred years, and is still used in certain rites by the Sigics. Perhaps one day I might return. Note, the author is currently on the Isle of Artaeum by gracious consent of Master Sargenius of the Council of Artaeum. Well, that's nice. Galerion the Mystic by Asgrim Colesgreg. During the early bloody years of the Second Era, Venus Galerion was born under the name Trechtus, serf of the estate of a minor nobleman, Lord Girnas of Solicich on Care. Trechtus's father and mother were common laborers, but his love had secretly, against the law of Lord Girnas, taught himself and then Trechtus to read. Lord Girnas had been advised that literate serfs were an abomination of nature and dangerous to themselves and their lords, and had closed all bookstalls within Solicich on Care. All booksellers, poets, and teachers were forbidden, except within Girnas's keep. Nevertheless, a small-scale smuggling operation kept a number of books and scrolls in circulation right under Girnas's shadow. When Trechtus was 8, the smugglers were found and imprisoned. Some said that Trechtus's mother, an ignorant and religious woman, fearful of her husband, was the betrayer of the smugglers, but there were other rumors as well. The trial of the smugglers was non-existent, and the punishment swift. The body of Trechtus's father was kept hanging for weeks during the hottest summer of Solicich on Care had seen in centuries. 3 months later, Trechtus ran away from Lord Girnas's estate. He made it as far as Alinor, halfway across Somerset Isle. A band of troubadours found him nearly dead, curled up in a ditch by the side of the road. They nursed him to health and employed him as an errand boy in return for food and shelter. One of the troubadours, a soothsayer named Helion, began testing Trechtus's mind and found the boy, though shy, to be preternaturally intelligent and sophisticated given his circumstances. Helion recognized in the boy a commonality, for Helion had been trained on the Isle of Artaeum as a mystic. When the troupe was performing in the village of Potenza on the far eastern end of Somerset, Helion took Trechtus, then a boy of 11, to the Isle of Artaeum. The Magister of the Isle, Eochesis, recognized the potential in Treacherous and took him on as a pupil, giving him the name of Venus Galarion. Venus trained his mind on the Isle of Artaeum, as well as his body. Thus was the first Archmagister of the Mages Guild trained. From the Stygics of the Isle of Artaeum he received his training. From his childhood of wanton injustice he received the philosophy of sharing knowledge. What was I doing again? Oh, yes, I am. That's right. So, your name is Ambrigina, and you're new here in Balmora? Well, my name is Moraine Dren, and I don't mind answering questions. I have nothing else on my mind right now. And if I start to bore you about Morrowind lore, let me know. Actually, have you heard about this thing that Jared and Galbadir have been doing? And they've been at each other's throats since they got here, over which one is the better mage and whether Khajiit are better thieves than Bosmer. Well, I think there's maybe Galbadir stole Ajira's homework. I saw Galbadir carrying a scroll up to your desk, but I didn't think anything of it at the time. Interesting. The question is, yep, looks like Galbadir has returned to her desk. So I will she's going to be there when I go up there. Well, if it's in that chest, I'm not getting to it. Let's just poke around a bit more. Oh. Mushrooms of the Bitter Coast. Journeyman report from Ajira. Ajira studies 4 common mushrooms in Vardenfell. Luminous Russula is a toadstool-like mushroom with a brown spot on top. All Russula has strong odors, but Luminous Russula much stronger. Russula can be poison if not prepared right. When mixed with pearl dust, it makes a very good potion to breathe under the water. Violet Caprinus is a tall toadstool that glows in the night. Caprinus is also poison if mixed strongly, like if you mix with Russula. Coprinus, mixed with scales, lets Ajira walk on the water instead of under the water. Much better. Bungler's Bane looks like a brown shelf and grows from trees and sometimes wet rocks. Bungler's Bane, very bad for you when mixed with almost anything. Very hard to use, but Ajira found Bungler's Bane and leftover crushed pearl makes for a good dispel potion. No bad effects with Ajira's skill, but potion tastes very bad. Hyphafasia looks just like Bungler's Bane. Confuses Ajira very easily, but Bungler's Bane smells more dry and dusty. Hyphafasia has a little smell, but taste is very moist. Hyphafasia is very good mushroom for eating, but too much makes Ajira clumsy. Ajira used Hyphafasia to make the Nyx Hound meat more edible, and Ajira could smell all enchantments in Ajira's room. Ajira found no other use for Hyphafasia. Ajira works very hard to go over all the Bitter Coast and collect all these mushrooms. Sure she does. Sure she does. Alright, let's find the next report. Where, oh where could it be? Could it be, in fact, that I've played this game before and remember where the reports are? That just might be the case. That just might be the case. Maybe it's not, because I could have sworn it was under one of these beds. Or that it was somewhere inside this, like... No. Nope, I'm stuck. Oh no. There we go. Or was it in the library? This isn't really a library. Why did I say that? It's more like a classroom.
Do you want something?
Oh well, I can return the mushroom report anyway. I cannot return the report. I need both. Good to know. Could have sworn it was... How about you? Do you know where the reports are?
All right then, I'm listening.
Dude said he saw her took it to her desk, but...
Sorry, stranger. My time is short, so get on with it.
I think it's time to confront her. I think it's time to persuade her, then confront her. Persuade her with money. That's the easiest way. Had the first one under a dresser in the bedrooms. Since Ajira needs you to collect your ingredients for you, she will never find them. Just like she said, under the dresser in the bedroom. But it's not. It's not. Maybe. Can I? There's no way I could have reached that. Ajira studies hard to learn secret magical properties of gold kennet, stoneflower petals, willow anther, and heather. Gold kennet has yellow flowers and very dark green leaves with sharp spines. Gold kennet and stoneflower petals make a paste that restores strength. The paste has some bad effects, but they last only a short time. Stoneflowers are dark blue, and the flowers are very heavy, so they bend to the ground. It is very expensive, but Ajira can gain more magicka for a short time by mixing stoneflower petals with crushed emeralds and water. Willow flowers are red and very tall, with tall and thin leaves also. Willow makes willow very good for potions and has many uses. With frost salts, Ajira made a shield of frost. With grave dust and green lichens, Ajira made a potion to cure common diseases. And with cork bulb, Ajira made a potion that can cure paralyzation. Ajira thinks heather comes from Skyrim because the leaves look like spiny leaves from the trees in Skyrim. The flowers are also pink like the Nord people. When you mix with ruby, it makes a very good potion to make you not weigh so much. With a scrap of scamp skin, Ajira made a potion to restore personality. Ajira works very hard to collect these flower samples from the dangerous Lake Amaya. Ajira must do 2 reports, and Galbadir must do 1 city report. Ajira deserves the rank of journeyman very soon now. It's a good thing I can fly and pass through walls, or that would have been very difficult.
Yes, what is it? Warm sands.
Here they are. Yes, these are the reports that Ajira needs. Ajira thanks you, Ambergina. Ajira is your friend always. Ajira worked very hard on these potions for you. Oh my, look at all the potions, very good. Ajira knows many secrets, but are not yet for friend Ambergina. Speak with Ajira again when you are a warlock. Ranis Athris here may have duties for you, but Ajira is not like Ranis much. Maybe you should speak with Ajira's good friend Edwina Elbert and the Guild of Mages in Altrun. Maybe I should. But first, let's see if I can get a promotion for all my hard work. That would be nice. That would open up new quests, and it would allow me to get better prices for services at the Mages Guild. Congratulations, you are now officially Ambergina, the apprentice. Study diligently and perform your duties. Congratulations, you are now officially Ambergina, the journeyman. Study diligently and perform. Congratulations, you are now officially Ambergina, the evoker. Study diligently and perform your duties. And if the Mages Guild ranks above journeyman sound arbitrary, they are based on the level titles for magic users from Dungeons & Dragons, back when Dungeons & Dragons had that. So, in fact, yes, they are completely arbitrary, but they're arbitrary because somebody else made them up, not the designers of this game. Alright, I'm looking for Edwina Albert, a good friend of Ajira. Since I played the game before, I happen to know that she is right over here.
Please go ahead.
What's so important that you would interrupt my studies? If you must have duties for the Mages Guild, I suppose I could think of something. Yes, Evoker, there is something you could do for me. I am looking for a copy of the rare dwarven book, Chronicles of Unschleft. It is a rare dwarven tome. None of the Mages Guild branches have a copy, and it is simply essential to my research. Would you be willing to find a copy for me? Yes. Excellent. Here's 250 septims to cover your expenses. Time is of the essence. I will go do that. Time is of the essence. We must go. Because I played the game before, I happen to already know where to find a copy of the book. We're going to go to Jobasha's rare bookstore in the city of Vivek. Because it's a rare bookstore, it sells rare books, such as the one we've just been asked to acquire. Yep. He is a lifesaver when it comes to any sort of mission that involves acquiring books. And I can even sell him some things when I get there. Actually, I should probably sell them to someone here at the guild, because I'll get better prices. I think you're an enchanter? Yeah. I don't need this. Come on, don't you like me? I'm an invoker. I outrank you. Whatever. Jabasha's bookstore is on the 2nd floor, and we are on the 4th floor. So he's a good ways down. There's a lot of interesting things to see and do here in Vivek, but we're told that time is of the essence, so better not waste time. I believe it is this way. Yes, yes it is. This is it. So many books. Oh, how I could waste you people's time in here. Jabasha. What do you want? I'm here for the Chronicles of Unschleft. Yes, Jabasha knows the Chronicles of Unschleft. Perhaps Jabasha has a copy. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Try to haggle it down a little. There we go. Mission accomplished. I suppose it would make sense if we at least peeked to see what this actually was. This is a chronicle of the events of historical significance to the Dwemer freehold colony of Unschleft. The text was probably recorded by an Altmer, for it is written in Aldmeris. 23. Death of Lord Ichlendam. It happened in the second planting, PD 1220, that Lord Ichlendam, on a journey in the western uplands, came to Unschleft. Protector Anshard and General Rakunthunch met him there, and Dalen Zanshu also came to the meeting. They talked together long by themselves, but this only was known of their business, that they were to be friends of each other. They parted, and each went home to his own colony. Bluthanch and her sons came to hear of this meeting, and saw in this secret meeting a treasonable plot against the councils, and they often talked of this among themselves. When spring came, the councils proclaimed, as usual, a council meet in the halls of Bams Anshind. The people accordingly assembled, hand-fasted with ale and song, drinking bravely. I don't know if this word means what you think it means. Maybe it does. Dwemer are weird. Anyway, and much and many things were talked over at the drink table, and, among other things, were comparisons between different Dwemer, and at last among the councillors themselves. One said that Lord Ichlendam excelled his fellow councillors by far in every way. At this, Councillor Bluthanch was very angry, and said that she was in no way less than Lord Illy, and that she was eager to prove it. Instantly, both parties were so inflamed that they challenged each other to battle, and ran to their arms. But some citizens who were less drunk and more understanding came between them and quieted them. and each went back to his colony, but nobody expected that they would ever meet in peace again together. But then in the fall, Lord Illy received a message from Councillor Bluthanch, inviting him to parley at Hindor Stardoom's. And all that Ihlendam's kin and citizens strongly urged him not to come, fearing treachery, but Lord Ihlendam would not listen to counsel, not even carrying with him his honor guard. And sadly it came to pass that while traveling to Hindor Stardoom's in Chin Sinch Pass, a host of foul creatures set upon Lord Ihlendam and killed him and all of his party. And many citizens said thereafter that Bluthanch and her sons had conjured these beasts and set them upon Lord Ihlendam, but nothing was proven. Lord Ihlendam lies buried at a place called Leftunch. That could be useful to know. Oh wait, no it isn't. Still, it's a little bit of an insight into Dwemer society, which we don't often get. Namely, that they were huge assholes, even to each other. I like the paper lanterns in here. I don't know why. They're groovy. I'm walking slowly to restore my stamina, and because why not? There's no hurry. We're just delivering a book. Just delivering a book. I'm a delivery person. I think the expression on Ambergina's face pretty perfectly expresses how she feels about all these fetch quests. She has a bit of a resting bitch face here.
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
I don't need anything right now. Leave me alone. I just need to be teleported to Balmora. You there with the spider on your shirt.
Go ahead.
I trust you with my life. Send me to Balmora.
You need something.
And by Balmora, I mean Aldrun. Dang it. I'm wasting money and time. I'm not good enough at jumping to jump over that. I can jump down the stairs though. Whee! You actually found a copy? Excellent. Now give the book to me. I'm impressed, Evoker. I hope you are always this efficient. Are you impressed enough to promote me? Nope. You have anything else for me to do? I've been waiting for ages to get a Detect Creatures potion from Skink and Tree's Shade in Sadrith Mora. It's simply taking Skink and Tree's Shade forever to finish it. Go to Wolverine Hall in Sadrith Mora and bring the potion back to me as soon as Skink is finished. Okay.
Tidings and good wishes to your friend.
You know, she words this like it's just this arduous errand that she can't possibly do herself, but Skink and Tree's Shade is found at the Mages Guild in Sadrith Mora, and yeah, it's not very hard to get there. You there! I am at your service. Are you here for duties or advancement? No, I'm here to get a Detect Creatures potion. Yes, of course, soft skin. Take this potion to Edwina, along with my apologies. Speak with me again the next time you are here. I may have some duties for you, Evoker. Thank you. Let's check this potion out. That's not even a useful potion. Whatever. Back to base. I got stuck on nothing. Excellent job, Gamebryo Engine. I'm going to return this potion to Edwina, and then I'm going to take a break, do some other things, and not stream. Excellent. Why don't I give you a potion more useful to an evoker in the field? Chameleon. Good. Sir Lawnway in the Mages Guild in Vivec has somehow acquired a copy of Chimar Vimidium. It is the 6th volume of Marabar Soul's Ancient Tales of the Dwemer. Most of the ancient tales are not truly Dwemer in origin, but this one may be an exception. It deals with some sort of golem or centurion. Would you be willing to borrow this book for me? Okay. Thank you, Ambergina. Cyril Lonway probably keeps the book near her in the Mages Guild in Vivec. Do whatever it takes to get the book, and then return it to me. If you're caught stealing, of course, it is a crime against the guild, so be careful, and take these scrolls just in case. Ooh, unlocking scrolls. We're getting into shifty business. Shifty business. Shifty business. Shifty business. Anyway, see you later. Bye.